Hello, my name is Amirah Hall, and I am the co-author of the Amazon #1 bestseller, Transforming Through 2012 and Beyond, and the author of Wake Up Shift Happens, Love Up Your Life, and the Miracle Mastery Mentoring Program. I've been on my own spiritual journey for the past 35 years, all the while working as a successful sales professional. But it wasn't until I had a near-death experience 18 years ago that basically I could no longer function in the workaday world. I got stopped in my tracks. I used to say it was as if the clock stopped and it started again. And I was very different. My world looked very different. I couldn't function as I once did. I was filled with confusion and anger and overwhelm and grief and depression. And I didn't really want to be here. I was very confused. I didn't understand what was happening, but what ended up being that I could see energy. I could see energy patterns. And after searching far and wide, I discovered that my energy could be rectified if I only applied some energy tools and removed the energetic blocks from my aura. I began practicing them on a regular basis, and my world began to shift. I had gained some sense of normalcy, and once again I tried knocking on that door of corporate America, only to find out it was as if there was a Teflon shield that was protecting me from that environment. My energy got stronger and more vibrant and energized. My near-death experience had really accelerated my spiritual growth, and there were so many things that I was seeing I didn't really want to see. I actually started by reading Coffee Grounds, and I began seeing so much more than just a heap of mud in a person's life. And I soon started launching private sessions and mentoring programs to help people discover a deeper spiritual sense of themselves. For at least 10 years now, I've been aware of people accelerating their spiritual growth and waking up. And I realized that people needed tools to navigate this uncharted territory. I realized in practicing with the tools, people were shifting quicker and more easily. I continue to tell my students, you need to use these tools. You need to make these tools your BFF. They won't let you down. And I remember one of my longtime students, Françoise, hello out there in south of France. Thanks for trusting me and sticking with the tools. And Françoise used to say to me, Amirah, I can't live a day without using these tools. And she used to ask, how do people survive without using them? And that's a mystery. I do know that more people are struggling. I see the financial struggle and the worry over career or jobs disappearing, relationships transforming and changing, and our health is challenged like never before. And so I know that applying these tools are a godsend. Life as we know it is changing, whether we like it or not. And it's changing so rapidly. And what I want you to know is you're not alone. We're all doing this together. I've worked with a lot of really bright and successful people, and what I realize, and they've mentioned to me, is they would have changed their circumstances if they knew how, or if they could. And many people have told me they've tried other programs or they've gone to workshops, but it doesn't have a lasting effect, and they don't have ongoing support. But the trouble is, in today's environment, things are changing so rapidly. People are having a hard time keeping up with the changes and coping with it. And I know that if you could have changed circumstances in your life right now, you probably would have done so by now. Personally, in 2008, when the economic crash hit us, I decided I needed to do something radical and made a change. I had a client from Chicago who had transformed her life working in my Miracle Mastery Mentoring. And she moved back to Dubai to be with family. And she encouraged me. She said, Amirah, nobody here is doing what you do. So I packed my bags, sold my house, sold everything I owned, and before I knew it, I was in Dubai practicing. And within a very short amount of time, practicing my tools, I was working with members of the royal family, and I was featured in many publications in the Gulf region. So what if I told you what's stopping or blocking your success is your energy? What if I told you it's not about how much you do that makes things happen? What if I told you you're enough already, and as you release foreign energy, miracles began flowing into your life? What if I told you it's not about what you're doing wrong, but as you access and align with your original essence, that's what allows things to fall into place naturally? What if I told you that I believe using the quantum energy tools is the absolute most valuable way to manifest abundance in your life? And you might say to me, Amirah, I'm committed to my spiritual growth and my personal development. And that might be true. But what I'm going to show you is literally going to catapult you into a whole new level of manifesting and being the best possible you. This training is for anyone who's trying or wants to relieve anxiety. This is for anyone who's frustrated with status quo and tired of spinning their wheels in the sand and ready for life to look different. This is for anyone who's doing everything the experts say to do, but for some reason, it's just not working for you. This is for healers who don't have anyone to support them, or for whatever reason, all the tools and techniques you've been using in the past, for some reason, are no longer working for you. This is for people who are ready to ignite their life, change relationships, heal their body or their finances, or their career. This is for people who are ready for passion in living, so that you can be happy and fulfill those desires, those burning desires that are deep in your heart. Now, earlier I mentioned my Miracle Mastery Mentoring Program. Now, that's a $6,800 program, and I recognize that not everybody is at the level of understanding by investing in a program like that you can move mountains in your life by receiving ongoing support. Not everyone realizes that making that kind of investment will actually pay off. I am going to share with you powerful information that's going to kickstart your manifesting an abundance machine. Not only do I explain and guide you every step of the way, but I'm going to help you understand that everything starts with you. It starts with your energy. In these rapidly changing times, there's no time to wait. You need to refine your energy, grow your energy to start making and getting in alignment with what you want. Let me share some stories with you. I have a client from Saudi Arabia, and he is a healer and has been practicing for over 8 years. And he told me that he's traveled far and wide, he's taken many different programs and trainings over the years, but when he started practicing with the energy tools, he was amazed at how his healing abilities accelerated. More people started coming to him. He's so busy because the word is spreading. He told me that his clairvoyance is stronger, his intuition, and he's more focused. He's more confident in what he's doing. I'm going to share a story of a real-life princess that I worked with in the Middle East, who at first I thought there wasn't anything she could possibly want. But working with the principles and practices, in just a few weeks, she healed the relationship with her husband. She began feeling more passionate and discovered something that she could create a business with and work in her environment. She healed her body, and in a very short amount of time, she defied what all the experts in Europe had said as medical professionals, and she actually conceived a baby naturally. And I'm happy to say, before I left Dubai, I got to hold that precious little miracle boy. So thank you for that. That was a beautiful, beautiful gift. This works for anything that you desire. Another story I'd like to share with you is a client, a woman who had rheumatoid arthritis, and she was in a very low-paying, unsatisfying job. She had a restraining order on her ex-boyfriend, and within a very short amount of time, she manifested a new business. She created her very first own home, purchased a condo. She met someone new, she got engaged, she moved across the country, and before long she also got pregnant and had a child. So this will expand your life. It will reshape your life. And I promise you, I guarantee you, if you're committed to the practice, applying these quantum energy tools to any situation, any circumstance, it transforms business, your health, your wealth, and your whole reason for living. Let me give you another example. Dr. Michael, a very prominent dentist in Dubai, one of my favorite clients. Why? Because he practiced the tools on a diligent and regular basis. And he told me, Amirah, I've doubled my business, and within months he opened up a children's hospital for dentistry. And he told me, I am dependent on these tools. I live with them every single day. My clients, my patients, my colleagues, my family, everybody depends on me being grounded, being centered, being clear, and I can't live a day without them. I'm always delighted to hear how people's lives are transformed by using these quantum energy tools. They work for me, they work for them, and I know they'll work for you. Another one of my clients, Manuel, he told me that when he first came to me, he didn't actually believe what I was telling him was for real. And he actually felt that the techniques were so simple that they couldn't possibly be powerful. He mentioned that he worked with many branded coaches and spent a fortune on trainings, and nothing was comparable to what he learned with me. And within a very short amount of time of applying these practices and principles, he left his struggling training business, and he did and followed what's in his heart, his passion, and he's a stand-up comedian. It was a transformation that I truly applaud, and I'm so proud of you, Manuel. There's no right or wrong, but you can't expect to have the same success as someone else. You're on your own path, and you will manifest what's in your heart and what's for your purpose. One of the best benefits is that as you download these MP3s, they're there for you. They're available for you 24/7. You can use them on your iPhone, your iPad, your computer. Take them with you. When you're waiting 30 minutes for a doctor's appointment, you could be sitting there practicing with one of the energy tools. You can listen to one of the modules once a week. You can listen to 2 in a week. You can listen to them in any order. So as I said, there's no right or wrong. There's no good or bad. The only thing I recommend is that you find an undisturbed place and sit quietly, and you follow along, and you give that to yourself. You give yourself that sacred time, that precious time of connecting. And I'm going to show you how. I'm going to guide you along the way. You just decide where you want to start. So click the button below and let's get started today. The time is now. So let's get started.